Hello, everybody. How we doing? It's the start of another week. Hope everybody had a good Easter. I worked, but it was pretty slow today, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, hope everybody had a fantastic um, Easter. I haven't put the game sound on yet, quite yet, because I haven't gotten to the game, so I didn't want it to overpower. So I don't have the desktop uh, game of music on there yet. But yeah, just wanted to see how everybody's doing. I think I'm just gonna jump right in because I really kind of want to see how far we can get. Actually, let me pull something else up real quick because I was kind of keeping track of what quests I'm at. So I ended up having to stop the stream early last time on Friday morning just because I ended up getting sick a little bit. So I stopped a little bit early. I didn't quite get to my level 37 goal, but if I really wanted to really push, I did get to Corthus, which is where I really wanted to do. I wanted to get to Corthus before I stopped, so I did that. I think what I would like to do is try to get to honestly what I would love to do before Friday on Friday by Friday morning. I want to be able to get to the end of original Realm Reborn without all the extra patches. That's kind of what I really am focusing on. I really want to do that. But I think tonight, I think we're trying to get to. I know we probably have to do dungeon or something, dungeon or two, but I might try to get to 41, 42, somewhere around there. That's kind of what I want to do. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. And now you should be able to hear the game music. I'm going to go ahead and pop us in real quick. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate that. I feel like that I have like PTSD about that right now because the very first stream I did, if you go back and watch it on my YouTube channel, literally the whole character creation, I was muted. So I'm like, I really was like very much nervous about all of that, but I think I'll eventually get there to a point where people will be able to immediately tell me I don't have any sound. Anywho, as you can see, I went ahead and got all the rest of the glasses. I think these ones are a little bit more subtle. They're still goofy looking, but they're more subtle than the other ones, so they should be, we should be able to use those to our advantage. We were going to go talk to Harshavant. We're going to finish that quest here, and then we're going to go ahead and go start with the next one. Leveling is starting to take a slower amount of time. So we're now, this is level 36, and we're level 41. So I'm kind of afraid that we're not going to be able to max out to 50 before the end of the story, but we'll see what happens. I may just have to do a leveling or two, which will be fine. Not my favorite thing to do, but oh, you know what I could do? I could do front lines. I love doing front lines. I might do some front lines just to kind of like level myself up a little bit, because that's a lot of fun for me. Anyway, let me take these eggs off of here. There we go. And then what I also need to work on doing is getting my retainer set up, because I got a lot of stuff in here. Like the things I got from the Easter event. So I need to work on getting those done too, but not tonight. We're going to focus mostly on story. So yes, and it is Harshavant. He is one of the favorites. So we'll see. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into this end of this quest and then see if we can go to the next quest. And we'll just keep on going. Keep it moving. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. The unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. I think that's something on my teeth. I'm so sorry, but it's just bugging me. Anyway, truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond conceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Korthus before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartno, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortem. Alright. That's it. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, that's not any good. Alright, do something else real quick. I'm gonna change something out here. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, so we're gonna go back to Horshavant here, and we're going to do level 37. Alright, as you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortemps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, this does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nine of mine own House Fortemps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Cravelin of House Halinar, who can be found in Skyfire Locks, though any information you provide from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologer of House Darendare yet? Really? Perhaps he'll be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortemps. Do not concern yourself with House Zamail. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. You know what I kind of want to do? I want to see. I don't think it will let me. But over there is this little area right here is Ishgard or is it Korthus? The other Korthus? I don't remember. But I want to know if, even though I'm not done with A Realm Reborn, if it'll let me in. I don't think it will, but I'm interested in seeing. See what happens. Gates of Judgment. I don't know if it will. I didn't see, I gotta talk to this guy. Maybe the gate guard. None shall pass through the gates of judgment who have not been granted leave to do so. In order to enter Ishgard, you must meet the following requirements. You must complete the main... Okay, I've got to complete the main scenario. Okay. I was wondering if it was going to let me in there, but nope. It's all good. I thought maybe I would try it and test it out, but it's all good. Alright. Now I gotta figure out how to get back over there. Okay. I remember coming to Ishgard, this area, for the first time when I was playing, and I was absolutely just loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's snow. It just felt so different from all the other zones in all of Eorzea. Like, this is new. Look, wait, it's Sid and Alphino. Hi guys. I'm glad we left the observatorium. The people there were not friendly. Where we're going back, buddy. Though even here I can feel eyes upon us. We are not safe. As Alphino had to say. We came to find an airship, yet now we meddle in this guardian affairs of state. Gods, if Alizé were here, I would never hear the end of it. Alphino, I don't know what you're talking about. You're the meddlesome of the meddlesome of all meddlesome people. If it made any sense at all. Oh, it's been such a long time since I've actually explored these areas. There's an upstairs to this too. This is neat. Like a castle. Like a fortress. A medieval fortress. Love it. Can I go down? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So, Nine or Neen. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Four Temps does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of the House Halinart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. That poor guy, I mean... How do y'all know he's guilty? Guilty until proven innocent, I say. Alright, let's go... Oh, we need to go this way. Go back down, I guess, to Lord Francel. I think what's going to drive me crazy, though, is all these side quests that I'm not going to be able to... that I'm not going to do on this character, because that's what drove me crazy in my main, is I went ahead and did all the side quests. I think you can actually turn them off now if I'm not mistaken. I think you can turn off side quests. Let's see. Maybe it's under character. Like, can you turn off side quests? You cannot. Okay, I thought you could. You can hide active quests. Hide map icons. Oh, but it's gonna turn all of them off. I thought there was a way to, like, hide them. Yeah, okay. So I guess not. Yeah, I don't want to remove the high cons because I feel like that's going to get me into trouble if I do that. So, I'm not going to do that. I guess we're just going to have to deal with them. Alright. Oh, crap. I thought we were coming to France, but we're not traveling. Alone grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Hoshafont? I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Halinart into chaos. Right now we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. I don't blame you there. Alright, so now we're going back to the astrologian to see if he can help us out this time. Now that we've got a friend. This way. Back up the stairs. I never noticed that the lamps that will go all the way down. That's really neat. I like that. Alright, now can you help me? I gather you have been busy since we last spoke. Lord Harshafon's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. Ah, okay. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Gilami arrived in Quarthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Harshafont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Well, okay. You know what? We tried. How about if I go all the way down? Woo! I made it all the way down. That's pretty cool. Didn't think that was a thing. Alright. I don't need to do that fate right now. I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm not. There's a blizzard, so I can't see nothing. I need to stay away from him. Where is the road? I am really lost at this point. Where the heck did I end up? Maybe I did go the wrong way. Okay. Here we go. Okay, there's the road. Lord Hershey Fart. I mean, for someone like me who has a hard time pronouncing the names, I feel like that's funny, but I also feel like it's a disgrace to him. I can actually pronounce Harshafont more, like, better than I can do most of the other names. The term of endearment. I'm not sure he would think that way. He'd think the same with that. So I don't know. Look how massive this bear rug is. I've never noticed that. That's a massive bear rug. Like, what in the world? Like, this was like, it feels like it's primal sized almost. Alright. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I have here. It seems the whole of Quarthus is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Nishgard proper provide me more pertinent information. Okay. So that was a level 37 quest, and then we immediately go to level 38. Okay. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Franzel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen headed north towards the Seal Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Seal Vigil and see if Lord Franzel's party requires assistance. Okay, so we are on another rescue mission. So something that I will say in terms of, I need to do it this way, I guess. The story. So last time we found out who Sid was, and the well, actually, first what happened, honestly, was the Scions. They were all attacked, and now they're all missing. Which I don't think Alpha knows a Scion right now. So he doesn't count but then Alphina showed up and he told me that Marcus, I think his name was, is actually Sid. So that was pretty good. Now we're kind of at a stall again now, trying to get through this, and we're trying to find the Enterprise ship so that we can rescue our Scions, our Scion friends. Here's Frenzel. Who goes there? Rhea? No, stay back. The Fiend is still here. My dude, I've got you. Alright. Aid his knights. Okay, so let's see. Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Another one. Alright, so there's one knight. I heard the beast cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel's safe? Bless you, miss. Bless you. Curse those fiends. It's as though if they knew we were coming. Oh, it's over here. Unfit knight. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Halinar if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, miss. House Halinar will remember your kindness. Alright, here you go, Francel. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halinar that yielded the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We've been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I'll proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. As you should. Alright, so no touchy. Back to Horshavon. See what he has to say about all of this. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become more common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfar Flux not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillemay has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association, yours. What did I do? Y'all told me to talk to him. Not like I did it when I wanted to. What level of weapon do I have? Oh, I need a new weapon. Let me just use this. Okay, let me just go ahead and equip that. Okay, that helps. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me the incident in question. So, it was found on a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Corthus, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. Okay, so Skyfire... Okay, it's over there. Okay. Someone planted the rosary. Like, are they trying to wipe out a whole high house or something? Someone tampering with shipments? Fairy struck me down. If all of them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lass. I'm a House Hallinart man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipment did it though. I know most of them what work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it. Eh? Could have been the fellows who were responsible for the inspections? Ha! Ashgardian Knights and Inquisitors, the lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from Whitebrim Front this eve. You might consider having a word with them. Okay. I don't care what you say about Knights or Inquisitors. My money is on either a Knight or an Inquisitor. And I don't think it has anything to do with them turning to be dragon lovers or whatever you're going to call it, but I think they're trying to wipe out the High House. Okay. Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Hallinart shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. I found a draconian rosary. I found another one. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. Well, I found 2 of them, dude. But that's impossible. Once the knight at Whitebrim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Horschaffon, I will not be held accountable for this. Told you it was the knight. Told you it was the knight. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. Ah, but more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries? And every single parcel bound for Skyfire Locks? That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Hallinart's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise Hallown that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. Okay. Wait, so... Huh. Okay. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Hellenart were heretics. At last we can give the lie to those poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my word to Inquisitor Briggy. Tell her that House Fortemps asks, nay, demands, that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. Yeah, you really need to figure out who's planting those rosaries. I think it's the knight that did the inspection. I guess up here? Yeah, up here. What is it, my child? Lord Haurchevant would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillemot presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Halone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. What do you mean the fallen heroes? They have taken Lord Francel to Witchdrop? This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grants to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Rhea, I will dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such a time as I am able to join you and petitioner Inquisitor Guillemot in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. I bet you I'm about ready to do an instance. That's what it feels like. Let's see. I need to go this way. So, when I'm thinking trial, I'm thinking like in the courts, but it sounds like that they're doing a trial like to the death or something. I don't know. Sounds kind of interesting to me. Yep, see instance. Oh, look. What in the world? Oh. Wow. This is really interesting. Plink, plink? I don't know what you mean. Joyson, Charlemagne, Francel, de Hellenart, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and ye will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for hell alone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of God and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Halone's hall, while the wicked shall reveal their dragon forms and be put to sword. In the name of House Fortemps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Haurchevant. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such a time as full re-examination of the facts have been conducted. Lord Haurchevant has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in a legal proceeding sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Haurchevant arrives, Rhea, and remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Alright. I'm getting all this. Urshiva on a chocobo. That's cute. Where's he going? Okay. Oh, wow. Oh shit, this is weird. Okay, that's not good. Oh, it's invulnerable. Okay, I got that. I don't know why you're thinking it's part of it's us because like we're not attacking us. It's not. He says you call upon your allies to save you. Last charge is way fair. It's not our dragon because if it was our dragon, then like we would be attacking us right now. Alright. Ah, then look at that. That knight just dropped the Draconian Rosary. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop. But this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Hellenart. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man, what proof have you of this? By the Fury, at Draconian Rosary, then the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the Wyvern, a heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Haurchefant. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francois pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of which first brought you to Corthus, Rhea. Pray locate your errant airship and use it. Get out of my country. Lord Haurchefant, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped off of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Hellenart. Praise alone, it did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Rhea. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Alright. Oh, I got the... Oh, shit! Ow! I fell! Whoops. I got the hiccups. I don't know who you are. How do I get out of here? Oh dear. I have no clue how to get out of here. Okay, there's a cliff over here. Alright, let's see where this takes me. Okay. Alright. Oh, cool. Look at this. Right outside. Nice. Oh, boy. You look well, Rhea. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight along such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francis would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished in the hands of heretic and his wyvern. House Fortemps and House Helenar shall never forget your service. Now let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. Alright, so we saved a guy, and now they're going to help us. The man with knowledge of the Enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. Alright. Discomposed cataloger. How quickly the commoner's opinions change. They say Lord Francis is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Cortha several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horsefant is from all indications quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few? In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, my friend. Alright, well, Lord Horsefant, I helped clear your friend. Can you provide me an army? Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil? Ah, perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by the decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillamont of White Brimfront and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francis to do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, Rhea. May Helon guide you. Okay, I think I was just dismissed. I need to go back down to Lord Francis and see if he can help me get into the Stone Vigil. I like the music in this, so I really like the nighttime music is very like organ-y, like a church organ, but the day music, to me, I enjoy it. It's like a church choir. Alright. So Lord Francis is hopefully going to help me get an army. Or at least give me access. Wonderful to see you again, Rhea. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too once was an outpost held by House Helenar. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravinian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillamont. Nevertheless, I will write your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who intended to destroy House Helenar have not yet been unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. Well, what else is new? I gotta go all the way over there. You know what? You know what I really feel like? I feel like Cortha should have more than one, Aetheryte. It has the one for the main fortress here, but it needs to have one over here. Wait, does it have one over here? I don't remember there being one over there, but if it doesn't, it needs one. I don't think it does. You really can't get to it any quicker because there's no, like, there's an adjoining area here and here, but that's still, like, just as far as, like, you were here. You just go all the way around. I don't know. I feel like it definitely needs to have another aetheryte in my mind. It's so pretty. Look at the snow-capped mountains. Pretty. Okay, it's a long drive. We've got to be careful. We've got level 39 mobs out here. I know there's an instance like right through here, I think if I remember correctly, they used to be horrible to try to do by yourself. We're going to see what happens. You desire an audience with Lord Drillamont, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. Rude. What do we have here? Letters from Lord Haurchefant and Francil, is it? A likely. Oh, you're serious. What to do? What to do? Just let me see him, dude. I mean, what harm can I do to ask? All he can say is no. You know? Your timing could not have been worse, traveler. Lord Drillamont's attentions are focused solely on the stone vigil at present. Well, imagine that. That's what I want to talk to him about. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Albois. Yes, Sir Albois can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom, yet on the opposite side of the yard. Okay. That did not sound convincing at all. Alright, so there's a storeroom over here. I think it's this way. Look, there's Alpha No again. Time is a resource we can ill afford to squander. We must gain entrance to the stone vigil without further delay. Where is, Sid? That's interesting. Where'd he go? Let me go ahead and mend my stuff because I want to make sure that everything is. Wow, I have almost 100,000 gil now. That's crazy. Sir Runadir bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Drillamont hasn't time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head Sherigan, Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? And just as usual, I'm guessing on the names. Because I have no idea. Okay. Nope. Is he upstairs? He must be upstairs here. Yep, here we go. Oh, there's Sid. If the Enterprise is indeed inside the stone vigil, then we must convince Lord Drillamont to cooperate. You don't say. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Are you here to visit a patient, madam? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Portemps in Hallenart? With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Gordon now. He should know Lord Drillamont's current whereabouts. Would y'all just let me go and just find Drillamont and just like go and like why do I have to go all over Kingdom Come just to get permission to talk to this guy? Like he's not Jesus Christ. Is he? And even then, I don't think you need permission to talk to Jesus Christ, to be honest. Oh yeah, here we go. What reason have you for barging into... Oh, I see. Well, you're in luck. Lord Drillamont is just up these stairs. Letters or no, though, I would not expect much. House Derrindere as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You had best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. I mean, okay. Oh. Hi. Oh, there's more stairs. Where do these go to? Like, does it go to the top of the tower? I'm interested in seeing. It's like the observatorium. I want to see if it goes outside. It does go outside. That's fun. Ooh, there's even... Ooh, you can even go even higher. I don't think I've ever done this before. That's cool. The bell tower. Oh man, I wish you could ring the bell. That'd be so much fun. Can you go even higher than this? I don't think you can. Sometimes they do jump puzzles, but I think that they did this before jump puzzles were a thing. That's fun. No, I don't think you can go any higher than that, but that's really cool. That's so fun. You can look at the view up here. Am I looking at... Yeah, so that's over there. So there's Ishgard right there. That's Ishgard. I guess that's the stone visual, I think. Because that's facing that way. I think that's the stone visual over there. This is fun. To be able to see everything. Look at how tall the mountains are. That's fun. Okay, let's go back down. We need to go down to... back to where he was at. Whee! Right in front of him. Sir Gordon now permitted your passage. Very well. Speak. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Fury herself? We are the scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drillmont. You know our name and you know our deeds. We are come to Corthus to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sid Nun Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive? But that's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Darrendare's marshals its forces to retake the stone vigil, who should appear in the white brim front but three mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and the two scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Darrendare would have a greater sense. I know not why these three seek the stone vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment I nearly believed this mummer's farce. You three will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. It could be moons before House Darrendare purges the dragons from the stone vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Rhea, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillmont's trust. Understood? Again? We have to do this again? Like, I feel like at this point, people should already know us. Like, we should be, the word should be traveled. So, like, we did it in for the guy in Little Alamigo, and we've done it for Wisecat, whatever you want to call his name, and Costa, and countless others. Why do we have to continue to prove ourselves? We're the freaking warrior of light. Alright, now where do I go? I guess I gotta go back downstairs. And downstairs again? Yep, downstairs again. And here we are. A cook. We're going to be talking to a cook. Sorry, I got to yawn. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I had to yawn. Oh goodness. Alright, let's see what he's got to say. You were the last responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, word travels fast in White Room Front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillamont's mind? Why does it travel fast here but not anywhere else? If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here, it's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks, and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contain no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. 'Twouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danafin Pass? And take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands. They're drying their skin. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the freaking mud puppy. This is the one I struggled with so much. When I first did this quest, I remember my husband had to come and help me heal me because I could not get it to die. Like, for the life of me, it would not die, and I do not know why. So we'll see. I think I heard they nerfed it. Oh, let's just see what happens. Also, way back then, I probably wasn't the best of players either. But let's see if we can kill this mud puppy. Because I have, like, PTSD over this stupid thing. So I have to put the thing on him, I think. So let me just see what happens. Alright, so we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Oh yeah, he's gonna take forever to die. Let's see what happens. I should probably take my do that. Alright, buddy. Heal me up, buddy. You're gonna have to heal me up. Actually, you're not very high level, so I'm not sure you're doing much. I'm gonna conquer this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I need my guy to heal me up, but he's not doing it, and I don't have anything else left on me. Let me just shield here. Yep, see, I'm gonna die. This is dumb. This is freaking dumb. Alright, let me go back out. I don't know if he's gonna... Do I have potions? I do have potions. Okay, we do that. We do a potion real quick. I can do potions. Okay. I'm going to do a potion. I can do them every 25 seconds. So we're going to try doing that. This is a pain in the butt. Like, this one is ridiculously too hard. Like, dumb. It doesn't make sense why this one is so... Oh, was I supposed to do that? You know what? I'm so dumb. I thought I was going to do that afterwards. What? Alright, come on now. He won't let me. Alright, so now it... oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? Come on. Okay, I need to heal back up. I feel so dumb now. I thought I was going to do that afterwards. But you were absolutely correct. Oh my gosh. I feel so freaking dumb. I conquered it though. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back up there. Oh wow. I could have probably killed it without that, to be honest with you. If I kept on with the whole healing and all of that. Like the potions and stuff. Alright, let me do something real quickly here. Alright, so we need to go over into here. Look, I got the meat for you. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Well, actually, here you go. Oh dear. Remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road. This should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila! Never seen the man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here and up above. Alright, here you want a steak? You there, lass. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust for the steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Okay, here you go, buddy. Mwahaha! Yes, yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I had the strength of 10 men and their wits beside. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. Okay. We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this god-forsaken waste. Here you go, buddy. Is that a fresh cooked steak? Halone's blessing be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Thought you might like it. And up, and then we go to you. Ever must we retrain to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. Yeah, that word. You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Darendare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. Alright, so now go back down to the cook, I guess. Yep. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good foods can do for the morale, eh? But I have forgotten about the hard-working Shuriguns at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking the steak to Sonoda? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to tend to her own. Alright, yeah, let's go, give the healers some food. They can continue to heal other people. Alright, so you're probably up here. way over here. Okay. Beg your pardon, madam, but I'm busy attending to this man. I'll be with you in a moment. Is that... Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble? Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Night spread or lobster stew. Okay. I think I need this one. Okay, so then we go to Sid. Hi, Sid. Whew. Alright, so we're getting closer to the 40s. Might I have a word with Eorzea? It concerns the Shurigons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memory, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites, though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures. There is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. I trust you, Sid. You are a genius after all. I'll go get you some ice sprites. Sid need 1 of 3. Whoa. I went out the wrong way. This way? Yeah, this way. There's 1. Figure out which one of those. Oops. Don't need to do that. I gotta figure out which one of those is the bus. What order I need to put them on in. I would assume probably the. Oh, this is a fade. This is a fade. Oh well, I got 10 seals for it, so that's good. But I need another sprite. I guess I'll go this way. Yeah, there's one over there. His ice sprites so that he can hopefully help the healers out, and then we will hopefully be able to be one step closer to getting into the stone vigil. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. Here you go, buddy. What an amazing device! But is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen it's like this before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I've no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Where the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. You again? Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Yeah, I feel your frustration there, Sid. It's like we take one step forward and 2 steps back, it feels like. Okay. Before we can persuade Lord Drillamont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillemay that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Porthos. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of White Room Front. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Alright, let's go and see what some of the people are saying here. Is there someone up here? No. Okay. Drink water. It's good for you. See what Alphino has to say over here. Oh, it's just the same thing he was saying before. Under Inquisitor Guillemay's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man protect us. I don't believe that. I think he's up to something. Inquisitor Guillemay, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds at Wishdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Boy, this is getting harder and harder and harder. I think he's outside. Oh no, he's in here, okay. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Holon's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Alright. So, we have to respect them. But, like, what if they're crooked? The other person at? Maybe they're up there. Okay, they're at the top probably. Inquisitor Guillemay? Yes, of course I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to White Room Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in the snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have Ian recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillemay rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. I mean, okay, so maybe he's not too terrible, but I don't know. seems like he's got a kind of like a stick up his butt. Alphinaud's cold. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect that he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Rhea. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillemot's motivations. Okay. Something troubles me about the Wound Knight's account. He claims he felt chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in White Brim Front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the lights of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from the north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Joliet is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense at all, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Oh. Shit. So I'm directionally challenged. I'm not entirely sure. I need to go, okay, you go out this way. I don't know if that's... Go over here. There's a chasm down here. Oh, I gotta go down there? How the heck do I get back up? Whee! Ooh. I'm gonna die if I go down there, so let me see. There's a way down. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. Wait a second. That's a dragon. That's a wyvern. Shit. What's in the snow mound? It's a freaking Inquisitor! The guy, oh my gosh. That Inquisitor is a fake. It's a fraud. Okay. So... Holy cow. How are we gonna... Oh my gosh. So... I need to know why the dragon was there. Was it a dragon that... I don't know. It's hard. I don't remember. Oh my gosh. That's freaking insane. I tell you what, this story... Like, it's been over 10 years since I've played this, this story, so it's like, I don't remember hardly anything. Here you go, Alphinaud. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclopedical, I believe you had just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillemot. Newly come to Corthus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Ria, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and use this too. That's insane. Okay. Ooh. Yay. Pretty sure I can use these. I sure can. Okay. So we are now on level 48 quest. That's awesome. I'm excited for that. We might actually get to... Oh, let's see here. We're doing so good with how fast we're going, but like, literally right now in the regular Realm Reborn without the patches, there's only 35 more quests to go. So we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the story. I'm so excited. Since Lord Drillamon has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclopedia alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that's the only way left to us. Confront Sir Jolette with the evidence you've discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he might find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. Alright. Poor guy's still recovering, but we're about to go traumatize him a little bit more. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? The Inquisitor is an impostor? Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He is a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that this is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Pernilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. I mean, I don't blame you. Are you in the hospital or no? No, I don't think you're in there. You might be no, you're not downstairs because it's that one night. He doesn't like talking to me anymore. Right there, okay. You! I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it. Not at all. Oh, I have the doubter. Okay. You know, don't you? You were in on it? Fury take me. I prayed this day would come. When Sir Jolot gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Jolot and I would be spared, but if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last they agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Jolot to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whiteburn Front, Inquisitor Guillemang was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized Wilson in the possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillamont, wanting to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing, until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept a Grohonian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of the White Room front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Hallinart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone forgive me for not acting sooner. Well, at least we know who put those rosaries in there. So now we need to search the area and get the other... not that way. See if we can find some more of those rosaries. But who is the guy? Who is the imposter? That's what I want to know. Could it be an Ascian? I bet you it's an Ascian. Suspicious box. Alright. Alright, so now we got to go to Lord Drillamont and tell him that he has been basically lied to and taken advantage of. But hopefully now this will put us into good standing with him. He'll be able to finally talk to us, and we'll be able to finally get our doggone ship. Wait, it's interesting because if it is an Ascian, it actually does have something to do with us, and we're not just dealing with local stuff. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to Stone Vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. Well, you might want to. There had better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this papal encyclical? Fairy take me. The Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Ria, and for that I deeply apologize. I'll permit you to enter the outpost, but first, I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Is that the one I wanted? Yeah. And we got to level 43, but we are now at level 40. So, we're getting really close to not being able to... Alright, so here I think we have to do the Stone Vigil dungeon soon, so... Alright. That thrice damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell take him and his Dravinian allies. I am told he makes no cloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Ria. Together, let us put an end to the impostor's heresy once and for all. Yeah, let's go. Because I bet you it is freaking Ascian. It always is an Ascian. Ascian. I'm so dumb. Alright. Let's be careful because I'm not sure what level, I'm not sure what mobs are over here. I know there's a level 40 stuff over here. This way. There's that's out here. Oh dear. Oh shoot, it's an instance. Alright. No! Don't touch me! Can you guys not? Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Drillmont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventually? Yep. Youth level 44. The child. He's about to execute a freaking child. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Helen's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Helen. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillmont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillemay and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed. But you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillmont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence. Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by the dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillmont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian Seal fares against Servanian Fang and Claw. Alright. Why? Oh boy. Okay, so apparently you fail if your lot dies. I don't know why he didn't move out of the freaking yellow-orange puddles. So let's go ahead and skip the cutscene because we've already done the cutscene. They all lived, I think. Oops, I forgot something. My glamours dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. Ha! Ha! You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, white-brimmed font shall follow. Defiant to the last, leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves not better. Rhea, I must apologize for involving you in the sword business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were united with your heirship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front and bring your associates. Well, at least we were able to take care of that. Now I think we're going to go into, I think we're finally going to go into the vigil. And I kind of want to know, I think it's too late to try to do a queue. I may end up just doing what I've been doing, just use NPCs. What achievements do I have in here? Oh. Fate achievements. Alright. Where have you been, Rhea? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask that you not revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. Yep, okay. Alphino is eager to enter the Stone Vigil. As I'm sure you will agree, it is past time we enter the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Drillamon a visit and remind him of his obligations to us. Sid and I will follow anon. Alright. Let's see if we can get our access granted. And see what he says. I think he's just like, yeah, sure, let's go. Here's the keys. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guilherme would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that Scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Okay, Alphino. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Korthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change, or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillmont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathlane of your impending visit. May Halone guide you, Scions. Okay. I think what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to see if I can buy some gear. I feel like some of the stuff needs to be upgraded. And I feel like that's over here. Let's see. That's level 30. That's level 34. 34. Well, no, actually, sorry. 30, 32, 2, 32, 40. I would keep that. Okay. That's level. Shoot. Some of my jewelry is like awful. Let me see if I can purchase battle gear. Alright, so adding comparison. Yeah, let me go ahead and get this here. Woolen shirt. Yeah, let me get the woolen shirt. Okay. I'm gonna go broke doing this, but I have these. I don't have those. Let me do this here. But I don't have any jewelry. Okay. Can I get jewelry? No. Okay. Equip. Okay. So now, I'm doing okay. What a outfit, I will say though. Alright, let's go up to the Stone Vigil and see if we can... I need to go this way, maybe? Yep, up here. Okay. First dungeon of the night. Oh, let me figure out how to bypass this dragonfly. Whew. Alright, so we're gonna do... Okay. Hey, Eorzea! Lord Drillmont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. And now it's accessible. Okay, so... I'm gonna go ahead and just do NPCs. It just feels like it's faster. And... I don't remember this dungeon either. It's been a while. Shit! Jump scare! Oh boy. Alright, let's see if I can... Go this way. I think we need to go this way to get more. I'm gonna see if I can almost wall-to-wall pull. I don't know how smart that's gonna be. Ow. I think that's probably about us. Trying to go in any extra rooms or anything like that. I just want to get to the dungeon. Yeah, this way. Wait, yeah, over here. I am so sorry if I turn my screen makes you sick, y'all. I'm really not trying to do that. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going. Nothing in here? This is an empty room. Okay. Let's see if I can grab you guys. Die. Get a healer. I know there's a hard mode version of this one. I think there is. Maybe let you guys handle those. And I could be wrong, but I thought there was a hard mode one of this one where, or maybe it's this one where you have to kind of man the guns and kill the dragon. But I can't remember if this one or if it's. Hard mode. I cannot remember what hard mode it is. I don't want to use off right now, so I'm about to go off fight. It's probably sacrilege, but alright. Remember, what was the ship name? Was it the tiny Bronco, the one they found Big Wedge on? I can't remember. I guess it wasn't the Enterprise. That's I also don't really know the ship that they found. But I do not remember what the name was. I think it was the tiny Bronco. We're already found it. That one ship. Oh, I'm a dumb. I don't know why I didn't put the other song on there. There's treasure coffer. Weapons that I'm not going to use. Go this way. I wonder if... No, we're not going to use those. We're not even... What do you go up here? What am I doing? I went the wrong way. Well, let's go this way. And he's about to come back up, and yep, there you are. It's okay. Okay. I don't see any other mobs in there. Hey, treasure hopper, thank you. Probably can't use those anyway. Nope, I can use those. Those are, I'm gonna equip those. Oh, I can't change gear right now. Ha, it sucks to be me. Okay. So no, it's not the dungeon. I thought it was a dungeon. It's not. That's good. Oh. Seriously. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh boy. Now I gotta go all the way back. Pop sprint. Peloton. I just wanted to see what the second boss was gonna be. Wow, they killed that one. Alright. Now we can go to the second boss. This one, I think you have to use... I don't know. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Ah, sorry about my camera. Either not. Yes, in hard mode, yeah. Oh, no, this one's got hurricanes. Hurricanes coming. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. Shit. Stay in your lane. because I'm using NPCs, or if it's just how it is right now. Guess it's technically mid-eye level. I don't know. No, it's not mid-eye level, it just saves. Alright. Ooh, 2 treasure coffers. Hoist. And can't wear any of those, but can I wear this now? Yeah, cool. Okay. Alright, let's go back. We got a couple more mob packs to kill. Yeah, you can have those. Ice sprites. There's a treasure coffer here. Can't tell. Don't touch me. Alright, he's got all 5 of those. I'm gonna see if there is another. Oh. How? Why can't I? Hopefully he can handle it. I don't think he's gonna be able to. We're gonna see what happens. Kill me. Kill me. how's it going? Doing pretty good. I'm actually, this is technically my evening. Oh, it is? Okay, I'll have to fix that here in a second. Alright. Let's see if I can turn this down a little bit. My mic is all the way up. Alright. Yeah, I just figured it would be easier to do that than having to wait on queue this late at night. But this is usually the time I play. I don't go to bed until like around 5 a.m. my time, so. Alright, here we go. Look, it's the Enterprise. And there's a dragon. Yes, just beyond that enormous sleeping dragon. The dragon is not our concern. We have come for the airship and only the airship. Sid, you and I will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare it for launch. Rhea, you stay here and keep an eye on the beast. If it wakes, we may need you to provide a distraction until we are ready to depart. You can manage that, can't you? That settles it then, shall we, Sid? As you command. So you mean to slay Garuda next? Interesting. Most interesting. And you are aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests? A testament to the fanatical devotion of her followers. The Ixalar are nothing if not zealous. In spite of your past achievements, I labor to believe that you will best this foe. Yet only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, and bane of Titan. If any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of the Vortex, it is you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make for an entertaining spectacle, assuming, of course, you live that long. Oh shoot, I thought he was doing something else. Alphino, the dragon! Confound it all. If you know, you know. I thought he was gonna snap. But that's all I'm gonna say. Let us see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Bear. Is this your first time playing, or is this a secondary? This is a secondary character. I actually have been playing for over 10 years, almost 11 at this point. But I have always wanted to replay the story from the very beginning, and so I'm just doing that now as my first full RPG stream type of thing. I'm gonna move on to some other games, but Final Fantasy XIV has always been one of my favorite games, so that's why I'm doing it. There's a lot of the stuff in the story that I don't remember, so it's been very, very fun so far. Is it still loud? Turn it down a little bit. How's that? Yeah, RM Vale. So that's funny because RM Vale actually is like one of my favorite A Realm Reborn dungeons, and I think we were actually talking about this a couple nights ago. I think that one of the reasons why it is one of my favorites is because it actually has some challenge to it. I feel like some of the earlier dungeons just don't have enough challenge to it to kind of keep me interested and like not bored. This one's it's been a little bit more interesting, a little more challenging, not like terrible. But yeah, it's definitely one of the ones that I enjoyed the most. Okay, so I will turn it down to 40. I thought it was fine. I was told it was fine earlier, but I guess for whatever reason. Because now I can barely hear it, but also my headset is not very loud. And now my rotation's all messed up. But that's okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened then. I really don't. Maybe it's the dungeon, I have no clue. This one's actually dying quicker than the other ones. If he would just come down here and let me kill him, then we'd be able to go. Alright. Ooh, I forgot I have limit break. Let me just do limit break. I have double limit break. Woohoo! It's the first time we got to double limit break. Oh. I'm still in A Realm Reborn with main character at Before the Dawn, and on my stream character just barely don't care. Oh, that's awesome. So you haven't, have you been able to, A Realm Reborn, or a little bit after A Realm Reborn, is probably as far as you've gone? You haven't gone to like any of the other expansions? Ooh, I leveled up too. And now he's dead. Oh, I gotcha. My main is actually in Primal Data Center, but I figured I'd come over to this data center, the Aether Data Center, I believe, and only because it feels like it's a lot more active, especially late at night, during for different queues, which I'll probably start doing queues probably in Heavensward or something. Yeah, what was funny is a lot of the primal data centers the worlds were all blocked out. So you're one quest away from Heavensward on your main character. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. To go in blind. I was very much like what I was saying. I was very, very much a green player. Like at Final Fantasy XIV was like my first real game. I don't like to say that because before I met my husband, who was Bloodbot, I was playing a lot of like Sims games, like SimCity and Sims 1 through 4 and all that. So I've played all of those games. I didn't really have any experiences in RPGs. So when I met him, he introduced me to this game, and I was like hooked from the get-go. I would like just sit in Gridania like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty, on my little rinky-dink laptop of all things. But I was so, like he was saying, green, because I was so new, didn't really have any idea on like how to do the rotations and all of that. But it has definitely been a journey over the past 10 years for sure. Alright, I think we're going to a cutscene here. Rhea, are you all right? Speak to me. Twelve be praised. I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of that etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I have quite enough to do already, which reminds me. Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let's go and see what he has to say. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride. Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain that the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs to be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... But no use. Let's go. She flies. What a sight. What did I miss? Oh my cow, her laptop would barely get... Yeah, I would say my laptop it did the job for a while. And it's funny because I got so mad at one time. I was slamming my mouse because I was so angry because it would not do what it needed to do. And he's like, we're just gonna go get you a PlayStation. That's what we ended up doing. That is cute. I have had a little bit of experience from other MMO regarding controls, rotations, etc., but I never really did dungeons or anything like that. That would include other plays in this MMOs. The most I did was Star Wars, The Old Republic, like 1 or 2 flashpoints, so actually playing with others and having them rely on me to actually do well was very anxiety. Yeah, okay, so Star Wars is another one of my games that's on my list to play. Just a story through. I've always wanted to play that. But I get you 100% with anxiety. For whatever reason, people like to. I personally have been the victim of people. I don't know what I guess you'd call it parse shaming. I remember at the beginning of Shadowbringers, I was still playing Bard on my main. Now I play Dancer. But I was in the very first dungeon, and I was still trying to figure out my rotation. In an early gameplay, you're supposed to dot every single mob. And that's what I was taught. I'm not sure. I think it's changed. I can't remember if it's changed or not. But I wasn't doing very much damage because I didn't know that it had changed. Well, this guy, he said, you're doing so-and-so DPS. You need to pick it up or whatever. And I'm like, wait, are you parsing me? As we all know, parsing is not something you're supposed to do. Period. It doesn't. You're not supposed to have it. You're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to use it whatsoever. That's grounds for like a suspension or whatever in the game. And I, for a split, probably like an hour after that occurred, I actually was going to quit Final Fantasy XIV. Like I literally was I didn't want to play the game anymore. Because one, I was so embarrassed, but also it just made the anxiety go way up. Like, people play this game to have fun. I don't need to be shamed or be made to feel like I'm doing something wrong when I'm still trying to figure things out. So that's my story in terms of like, yeah, it's anxiety. I still have a hard time playing healer or tank because I feel like they have the hardest jobs in keeping people alive and keeping mobs to themselves, like tanks keeping the mobs on them. I've done it, and it really, you have to really, like, for me, I have to stay focused on it. So I tend to typically try to avoid those jobs in multiplayer content. So that's just me. Yeah, he did build me my first PC, and now we've gotten a second PC built. Now we're playing on that. What's even better. I was lucky in that department didn't have too many experiences like that. The most I got was didn't know this was no challenge. Yeah, I'm glad that people have been nice to you. That's the thing. I really like that when people are super nice or especially helpful. A lot of times, especially like in dungeons, you'll get these people who just want to rush through it, which I completely understand. I hate doing dungeon roulettes. It is one of my least. Doing hunt trains and dungeon roulette. Those are my two least favorite things to do in this game. So I get it when people just want to rush through, but I absolutely love it when people actually stop and take time to say, hey, this is what you need to do for this job or for this this boss or whatever. In fact, I think it was Heaven's Word. I was doing a dungeon with a group of people I didn't know. And I wasn't dotting like I was supposed to on Bard. And they took the time, they said like 10 minutes and say, okay, this is what you actually need to do for your job. Because again, I was still very new. I didn't know a lot about RPGs and fighting games and all of that. So that was a really good experience for me. I've had more good experiences than bad experiences, I will say that. Started off as monk, but DPS feels really boring to me. So yeah, I get you with the whole feeling, being in love with a healing piece. I like that. Blood is actually a healer main. I enjoy doing white mage. It's fairly easy for me. But monk, melee DPS, I do not do. I just let that be. Um, I like ranged, and I do like playing some of the ranged magic ones as well. Alright, let's see what Alphino has to say. We're back in Gridania. Ah, how I have longed for a more agreeable climate of the Twelves Wood. Yet I will not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Asgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Alright. So we have gotten to Sid in the Eye of the Storm. Wait, so are we already at the Howling Eye? I don't think so. Surely not. But I don't need these here because I already have. Okay. It calms me to look at her. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising. You did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seed Seers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. We may take as long as we require to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. Though I am no expert on the workings of airships, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Confound it. There must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements? But of course, that's it. We work upon the element itself. Using the power of a corrupted crystal, we could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see. You propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspect of the barrier. It seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Though mayhap not to you, Rhea. We speak of the manifestations of over-aspected ether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been a cause of great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use a corrupted crystal to convert the wind aspected aether comprising Garuda's barrier into aether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Lambertaint, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marcus met him, I suppose. Whether out of pity or for want of a more willing listener, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was a result of these conversations that poor Marcus was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Rhea, I need to return to Thanlin and seek out the scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. Alright, then let me go. Thank you, Astral. Have a good rest. Thank you for the raid again. Alright, so we're going to go to Camp Drybone. Oh, nice! Very first Discord member, I believe, besides you and me. That's kind of nice. That's kind of neat. Slowly building the community up. Is he in here? Not in here, I don't think. Maybe he's in the other guy, in the other spot. Back here. Yep, he's right here. Hi there. Why, yes, I am Professor Lambertaint. Beg pardon, you wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals? Truly? Well, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow woman of science. I never said I was a woman of science. Now, hang on a second. It's for a friend. Okay. Ooh, more gear. But this is basically the same stuff, so I'm not going to worry about getting this one either. So rare it is to find a fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed of an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand. Did you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Egads, woman! At least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you have sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this warded pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effects, though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of aether at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. Okay. I think it's those big orange things that came down. I think those were part of Dalamud's thing. Anyways, we're going to go to Highbridge. Over here. Yeah, those things right there. I think that's what I'm looking for, is those big old crystals. This is another zone that could really benefit from another aetheryte, I feel like. He's down here. How many times must I be made to explain myself? I'm not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. Oh, wow. That's a little dark. What have we here? A containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertine. You thieving knave, I shall call for the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then you must have sought me out for his instruction, which means he leaves me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. Are we bitter much? I think I'm good on those two. Oh, frabjous day! Caloo! Calais! That I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Haha Sacco, greatest of Professor Lambertine's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable. In fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that but a perfect peace would satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and the murderous Muronites lie the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from the Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. I shall surely survive, he says. Well, I guess we're going to take that into consideration. Now, I forget how I get over here. I think it's this way. I like the little furbles. They're so cute. This way? I don't think it's this way. No, it's not that way. How the heck did I get down there again? I forget. Maybe it is that way. I don't remember. I think maybe there's a dog on Kirkin. How? Let me see if I can scroll in here. Okay, I was on the right track. Let me go. I can't go that way. Oh, it's over there. I see it now. Okay. It's not in the water. It is this little tunnel. Hello. Floating stone. Alright, so now I guess I'm gonna go this way. And it's the golden version of the furbles. It's the golden fleece. Oh, these doggone mirror knights. No touchy. Oof. No touchy. I'm going to go. Can't go that way. How do I get down? Oh my gosh, I always get lost up here. Surely there is a way to get down. I can't jump. Okay, let me see. I have to go all the way down. But you can't jump that far. Maybe I need to go back. Oh, here we go. All the way down. That's pretty. Over here. Shoot, that's what I need. Okay, well, we're just gonna go ahead and go for it. Okay. Oh. So use that first. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to get back up there. Sorry. Look down for just a couple seconds and I'm already running into stuff. Oh, go away. Wasn't talking to you. Okay. It's easier to go up than it is to go down. Okay. And then we gotta go back over to High Bridge. And give him the sample, and hopefully he doesn't steal it from us. I see you come galumphing back. Have you the crystal then? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lamartine will be doubtless chortled with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. If you think that will help, sure. I'm just going to use an aetherite. Hopefully we can get to level 45 pretty soon. Okay, let's go over here. I'm very concerned that we're not focusing our search for the scions. That's what I don't understand. My keen scholar sense tells me that you obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? Yep. Here you go. If you'd grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind aspected aether? Oh dear. That may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hahazako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, woman. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect the corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the aetherical studies conducted by the students at Baldesion. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You still have a corrupted crystal to find. Okay. Oh, we're at level 45 now. So that's good. We can go get the The level 45. I might do that real quick too. Okay. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern La Noscea. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern La Noscea was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Haha, now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was western La Noscea, very serious on the Isles of Umbra to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning. Something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she's still in an airport attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can, look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates. You might find your time there be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift water pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. Alright. Well, before we do that, we're going to go and get my next quest, because I think it's going to be a job. It's going to be it could be an action that we may need. So, let's see here. Let's see if he's going to give me an action. Jahentel. Yes, he is. Ooh, he's getting me the rain. Rain of Death. Jahentel assents to sing for you the ballad of Vainglorious Fool. It's about time he did. Welcome back, Rhea. By your tranquil countenance, it is plain that both your body and soul are in readiness for the next stage of your journey. Very well. The time is ripe that I teach you the ballad of the Vainglorious Fool. The song tells the tale of an archer of the god's quiver whose peerless skill was surpassed only by his hubris. Alas, that hubris led to the annihilation. That doesn't sound right either, but you know what I mean. Of his entire regiment of the battle, which has come to be called the Massacre of Griffin Crossing. Ahem. Standing guard in dead of night, an archer wearing of the sight, drunk on pride and starved of glory, forsook his post to claim victory. 10 score yalms had the archer crept, when shrieks rang out whence his comrades slept. For he was not there to see the knives, nor to ring the bell and save friends' lives. Tell me, Rhea, what lessons can be learned from this tale? Ah, but hold that thought. What your tongue claims to understand interests me not. As before, I'd sooner have you demonstrate the fruits of your learning with bow in hand. This time, however, you shall have the pleasure of my company. I would have you escort me to Gelmora ruins in the North Shroud. It is there that some few fallen for the massacre of the Griffin Crossing have been laid to rest. Pray honor this place of remembrance with a bouquet of lilies. Heed me, O puissant Althic. Cast thee back to the reins to the firmament, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. Alright. Is it just me that thinks that he's the vainglorious fool? I think it was the North Shroud. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. This way? Ooh, it's a instance. She's a little late tonight, but here is Sugar making her appearance in the middle of a cutscene of all things. Ouch! That was my hand. You just clawed my hand. The enemy van? No, I cannot. Why? Why do I still draw breath? That a sin of the past would beget another. Forgive me, Rhea. He just ran away. Well, alright, then I guess I will take care of this then. Jeez, you really just caught the shit out of my palm. Oh, where's more of them? I didn't see him. That hurt. Alright, cool. That really did hurt, Sugar. As you have doubtless noticed, I am no longer capable of wielding a bow. I, whom they call the God's bow. I had hoped that the years would take the edge off the memories, but I hoped in vain. Absolution does not come so easily. Heed me well, Rhea, for I shall reveal all to you. The man sung of in the Ballad of the Vainglorious Fool, whose hubris doomed the entire regiment, he and I are the one and the same. Called it. Being no stranger to the bow, you will know that the archer's role in battle is that of support. His charge is to thin out the enemy line that his comrades might gain ground in the field of battle. By that of most basic of criteria, I was unfit to hold a bow from the first. In my pride and lust for glory, I sent countless souls to a bloody grave. Good men and women all, with loved ones and bright futures awaiting them. I lost the will to live that day, becoming an empty husk of a man, tormented in sleep and wakefulness both by the memories of my crime. But the gods were not without mercy. They gifted me with song, that I might find a measure of solace in my wretched existence. A new melody resounds within you, I see. Though this outing was rather far departed from what I had in mind, that it still bore fruit gives me comfort. On that note, let us conclude the lesson. I dare say I have no cause to worry that you will repeat the self-same mistake as the vainglorious fool. Rhea, I would be alone for a while. Take yourself back to camp. I shall make my own way there presently. Alright, so we gotta go back to Quarry Mill. I went the right way. Okay. You just stay put. No, you just stay put. No. I'm glad to see you safely returned. Though I rasped my voice hoarse through the saying of it, I cannot tell you enough times how much I regret dragging you into such danger. And yet there is more I would ask of you. If you do me the kindness of lending your ear, then pray speak now. Alright, so cool. I got the Rain of Death. And I'm going to put that over here, I think. Cool. Oh, I have one more quest to do. But I think I'm going to wait to do this until we come back. Because it is actually past time. But I wanted to finish up that quest. So I'll tell you what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get you guys over to another player who is actually just starting out. Looks like they're starting out the game as well. And I want to make sure that I'm able to also rate their channel just like I was rated tonight. Definitely a good community. So anyway, yeah, I will see you guys on Wednesday morning. Until then, have a good evening. Let me go ahead and get this raid started for you guys. Alright, y'all have a great one.